What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing good and having a great day. Now in today's video we're going to be going over a really cool new feature offered by the app Trading212, which is their new Autoinvest or PIES feature, which is designed to make investing a lot more streamlined and a bit less daunting. So the main premise is that it takes some of the control out of your hands as an investor. So basically all you're going to need to do is pick the stocks you want to invest in, choose a percentage, and then Trading212 will invest in these stocks automatically on a recurring basis, with the idea being that it frees up more time for you as an investor and it allows you to make sure that you're investing consistently. So in this video we're going to be going over everything that this feature has to offer, work out exactly how it works and try and weigh up whether or not it's a worthwhile feature. Now before we get into it, if you are new around here, welcome to the channel. This really is the place to be for all the most relevant information on UK finance. So if you are interested in knowing exactly what are the best bank accounts and credit cards out there at the moment, as well as videos on investing, saving money and making a bit more money each month. So if you're not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell so you never miss a video. And I know it is a bit cheeky asking before the video's even started, but I would really appreciate it if you guys could smash that like button, as it does really help me out with the YouTube algorithm and enables YouTube to basically share these videos to more people that might find them useful or interesting. And as always, just as a quick disclaimer, this is in no way financial advice. I'm simply just outlining information, giving my honest opinions and thoughts. Always make sure to do your own research and due diligence before signing up for anything. Now just a quick shameless plug, if you don't already have a Trading212 account, I'll leave a link down below to my referral link, which will give you one free stock valued up to £100 as soon as you set up an account and deposit just £1. So if you are interested in trying out Trading212, feel free to use that link. But with all that out of the way, let's get into the video. Okay, so let's just quickly look at what this feature is actually offering and try and work out where it sits between other investment platforms. So what the auto investing and PIES are basically trying to offer is making the whole investment process a bit more streamlined, especially for beginners out there. So instead of having to look for investments yourself and try to find winning stocks, and then on top of that trying to work out exactly when to invest into these opportunities, this feature basically makes the whole process automated, so you don't ever have to think about when exactly you want to invest in something. All you need to do is basically just pick what investments you want to go for. And then with this feature you can set up a consistent investment strategy to, let's say, invest an extra £500 at the start of each month into your portfolio. And then you can use this to start investing consistently, which is a well-renowned investment strategy. Now personally, I just think this is a really interesting step that Trading212 have taken into tapping into a new market of investors. So whereas previously there would be two options as to how you want to invest, you either go for a do-it-for-me investment platform with something like Moneybox, Wealthify or Nutmeg, or you go fully on your own and use an app like Trading212 or Free Trade or Hargreaves Lansdown, where you have to manage everything yourself. And as far as I'm concerned, this new feature basically does a good job of filling the gap between the two. Now I've reviewed a number of these do-it-for-me investment platforms, but I always seem to come to the same conclusion, that they do have potential for beginners, but they're quite easy to outgrow, and there's nothing really there for you to progress once you feel confident with investing. So I always hoped that they would sort of try and offer a feature that allows you to take more ownership over your investments, but they haven't seemed to so far, and I think it's interesting to see what the effect will be of this new feature from Trading212. As it does sort of give you the best of both worlds, as the auto investing is somewhat similar to the do-it-for-me investment platform style. And I can see that a lot of people that might be comfortable with do-it-for-me investment platforms might then want to move over to this new feature from Trading212 to basically start taking more ownership over their investments, but one step at a time, starting with just picking the stocks. Right, so now we've looked at a bit of context behind the feature. Now let's look at it in a bit more detail and look at exactly how it works. So I've gone through the entire process of setting up a number of different PIES within my Trading212 paper trading account, just to see how it works, so I don't have to use my own real money. Now just for the record, my Trading212 account is valued in dollars, but the majority of yours, if you have a Trading212 account and you're in the UK, will probably be valued in pounds, but it doesn't really make any difference for the purpose of this video. And also there was no real strategy as to which investments I put into the PIES, it was more of a random allocation, so don't feel like it's a good idea to replicate what I've done. Okay, so when creating your PIE, it's as simple as just clicking on the PIE logo at the bottom of the Trading212 app. And then from there you can select whatever stocks you want that Trading212 offer to put into your PIE. So you can have it split proportionally across all the investments in your PIE, or you can adjust them yourself. So say you want to have more of your portfolio based in one stock over another, and maybe just have a little bit in that one, you're free to do so, and you can simply just move the sliders to find something that you're happy with. If, say for example, you see more potential in one stock over another, but you still want to include both. And then once that's done, you can then adjust how you want to actually invest in the account. So whether you want to invest manually and deposit into the PIE when you have the money, or if you want to set up an automated service. Now with the automated investment service, you can actually be really precise as to when and how much you want to deposit into your account. So whether you want to deposit money into your PIE on a monthly basis or a 6-monthly basis or even a daily basis, there's pretty much an option for everything. And from there you can use the sliders to adjust the initial deposit and the monthly deposit as well. But one thing to bear in mind, they do show you a projected value of your account over a certain number of years. But personally I would take this with a massive pinch of salt because there are no guarantees with any investments. And just because something has performed well in the past doesn't mean that there's any reason why it should continue to do so. And as with any investment, you will need to do your research into the stocks that you pick. But now once you've picked your investment plan, all that's left to do is simply name the PIE. So you can name it whatever you want, and it also gives you the option to add a little custom icon, which is a bit fun as well. So for my first one, I just included ETF index funds, so I'm going to name this ETFs. And then you're free to create multiple PIEs if you want to separate the purposes of the PIEs, or if you just want to include different sectors in different PIEs. But how you choose to do it is completely down to personal preference. So once you've set up your PIE, you can then actually customize it further. So one thing you can do is set a target amount that you want the PIE to reach. So it's just something to aim for with your investing. You can then also go back and adjust any of the proportions of the stocks that you've invested in. You can actually remove stocks altogether and add different ones if you choose to, but also you can adjust the amount you're actually investing. So you can deposit a lump sum directly into your PIE if you want to, or withdraw money from it at any time. And you can also adjust the automated investment strategy or even turn it off. Something else that's really cool that it offers is that it allows you to rebalance your portfolios. So rebalancing of your investment portfolio is quite a standard thing that a lot of people do, where basically you start out with a proportion of what you're invested in, and then if one stock does exceedingly well, you sell the profits and reinvest them back into the other ones that haven't done so well. So essentially the proportion of what you're invested in remains the same, rather than if you had one particular stock that's done really well, ending up being a really high proportion of your total portfolio. So with this, there's a simple rebalance button that lets you do this all in an automated way and brings all of your percentages back to what they were originally, or to whatever it is you've changed your proportions to down the line. And personally, I really like this feature because it just makes the whole process really easy to do and doesn't require you to have to bother buy and sell individual shares yourself. And as I mentioned, you can create multiple PIEs for whatever it is your investment intentions are, or if you have any other reasons to split up your investments into different PIEs. So for example, some people might have a high risk PIE or a low risk PIE or a rainy day fund or whatever, but you're free to adjust this to whatever suits you. But the final really cool thing that you can do with the PIEs within Trading 212 is that you can actually do it all within a paper trading account. So you can basically play around with fake money just to see what works and trial things out before going in with your real money. Now, as with anything, there are always other things to consider as well, and just certain things to be aware of if you choose to use this investment strategy. So the first thing I think is important to consider is the actual type of investments you choose to put within a PIE. High risk and more volatile stocks might not be the best thing to include within a PIE due to the automated investing style. As when it comes to investing in stocks that are particularly volatile, timing can be everything. And essentially this sort of automated investment strategy could cause you to miss out on opportunities and also not take advantage of good selling opportunities as well. With that being said, for long-term investing, it does seem to have good value. Another thing to consider is the currency that you're actually investing in and what stocks you choose to pick. So what I mean by this is that it's almost always more cost effective to invest in stocks in the same currency that they're valued in. So for example, if your account is valued in pounds and you want to invest in US stocks, there will be some sort of currency exchange rate every time you buy and sell shares, which could affect you and cause you to actually lose a little bit of money every time you do this. So with that in mind, I'm sure it works exactly in the same way when it comes to the PIEs. Those exchange fees may not actually be visible and shown to you, but they almost certainly will be there. So in my view, it's probably best to stick to stocks that are valued in the same currency as your total account, just simply so you save on exchange fees. And the final thing to consider is simply just the types of investments you choose to go for within your PIE. So even though Trading 212 don't charge any trading fees, certain UK investments do actually charge fees every time you buy them. So for example, any UK company or investment trust listed on the UK Stock Exchange will actually have a stamp duty charge every time you buy shares, and that's at a rate of 0.05%. So again, this charge may not be visible in your automated investment PIE, but it almost certainly will be there. So this is just a good thing to bear in mind when rebalancing if you do have these sorts of investments in your portfolio, as when rebalancing you will be charged that 0.05% if you're selling certain stocks within your portfolio to maybe buy others. So that basically covers exactly how it works. Now let's just try and weigh up whether or not it's actually a worthwhile feature. So in my opinion, I think they've actually done a really good job of this alternative investment strategy, and as I said before, I think it does a really good job of filling the gap between do-it-for-me investment accounts and standard investment accounts. and it could be a great starting point for people that want to start taking more ownership over their investment portfolios, but maybe aren't ready to manage it fully. I also think the feature could be really useful to even experienced investors who basically just want to streamline their investing and spend less time buying, selling and rebalancing their portfolios. And also, as with most things on the Trading 212 platform, I think they've laid everything out really well, and it's really intuitive to use and basically easy to understand. And from my experience, it works pretty well and seems a pretty solid feature. So going forward, will I personally start using this automated investment feature from Trading 212? I think I definitely might try it out and give it a chance. So maybe I'll split up some of my current portfolio and just deposit a small amount of money just to see how well it works. Or maybe another way to test it out might be to basically create a pie of things that I invest in consistently anyway and set up an automated investment strategy into the pie and basically just see how it performs compared to the one that I manage entirely myself. And then basically I can see whether or not it's more effective to use an automated investment strategy or invest myself consistently, but also trying to time the market on a monthly basis. Because if the automated investing actually has a higher return, then I might actually just switch to this entirely. But it's really great that it does have the option to test things out with the paper trading account. But with that being said, I can't stress enough how important it is to actually understand that this investment feature is really only useful for long-term investors. If you're more into trading and short-term investments, this feature really isn't going to be the one for you. But with that all in mind, if you do like the sound of Trading 212 and maybe the PIE and auto investing features as well, and you don't already have an account, I'll leave a link down below to my referral link, which will give you one free stock valued up to £100 as soon as you deposit £1. So if you don't already have an account but like the sound of the platform, feel free to use that link and make sure to let me know in the comments what free stock you get. But there we have it, that basically covers everything for today guys, so if you did make it this far, thank you so much for watching. And if you did enjoy the video or feel like you learned something new in any way, I'd really appreciate it if you guys could smash that like button down below, as it does really help me out with the YouTube algorithm and enables YouTube to share these videos to more people that might find them useful or interesting. And if you are new around here, this really is the place to be for all the most relevant information on UK finance. So from anything from credit cards to investing to saving and making money, this really is the place to be. So if you're not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell so you never miss a video. And do let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you think of Trading 212? Do you like this new PIE and auto investment feature? Or do you think you probably just won't bother use it? Also, if you do have any questions or comments for me, make sure to just drop them down below as well, and I'll make sure to respond to all of you. But with all that being said, take it easy guys and keep saving.